Welcome back to The Drive Expert, where today we're taking a deep look at one of the most aggressive Shelby performance cars to emerge from the modern Mustang era, the upcoming 2027 Shelby Super Snake-R. First, it's important to clarify that Shelby American has officially introduced the Super Snake-R as a 2026 model, so any discussion of a 2027 version should be treated as an expected or potential continuation, rather than confirmed factory specifications. The current Super Snake-R is based on the Ford Mustang Dark Horse and was engineered specifically to deliver extreme track performance while remaining street legal. Shelby describes it as its most aggressive Super Snake ever, and with more than 850 horsepower, a dramatically widened body, advanced suspension, and extensive carbon fiber components, it represents a major step beyond an ordinary Mustang. If Shelby carries this formula into a 2027 redesign, the Super Snake-R could become even more intimidating visually. The expected design direction would preserve the unmistakable Mustang silhouette while adding an extremely wide stance, muscular fenders, a low front splitter, functional aerodynamic surfaces, and a large rear wing. The current R already uses a widebody package and carbon fiber aerodynamic components, including a front splitter, rear pedestal wing, and rear diffuser. So a future model could refine these elements for even better airflow and high-speed stability. The goal would not simply be to make the Mustang look wider. Every major exterior change would ideally serve a performance purpose, giving the car a purposeful motorsport-inspired appearance rather than a cosmetic body kit. Under the hood is where the Super Snake-R story becomes truly serious. The current model starts with Ford's 5.0-liter Coyote V8 and adds supercharging to produce more than 850 horsepower. Shelby also offers a configuration capable of 900-plus horsepower through its Whipple supercharger setup. If a 2027 evolution follows the same philosophy, enthusiasts could expect Shelby to focus on even stronger power delivery, improved cooling, and sharper throttle response, rather than simply chasing a huge horsepower number. The key advantage of the Coyote V8 is that it provides a proven foundation, while Shelby can add forced induction and supporting hardware to transform the Mustang into a completely different level of performance. Transmission choices are another important part of the Super Snake-R experience. The current car can be ordered with either a Tremec 6-speed manual or a 10-speed automatic, giving drivers the choice between traditional muscle car involvement and rapid automatic shifting. For a future 2027 version, keeping a manual option would be especially important because the Super Snake-R is aimed at enthusiasts who want more than straight-line acceleration. A powerful manual Mustang with a properly tuned chassis offers a level of driver engagement that an automatic simply cannot reproduce in exactly the same way. But the biggest reason the Super Snake-R deserves the R badge is not horsepower, it is the chassis. Shelby fitted the current model with a fully adjustable coilover suspension, front and rear sway bars, caster camber plates, metal spherical bearings, and additional chassis reinforcement. This hardware is designed to make the car feel more connected, more stable, and more predictable when pushed hard through corners. A potential 2027 redesign could take that philosophy even further, with revised suspension geometry, improved dampers, additional weight reduction, and more sophisticated aerodynamic balance. The widebody configuration also allows Shelby to fit enormous tires. The current Super Snake-R uses 20 by 11-inch front and 20 by 13-inch rear forged magnesium wheels with Shelby spec performance tires, including massive 335 section rear rubber. This combination is critical because putting more than 850 horsepower through the rear wheels is useless if the tires cannot convert that power into traction. The wider footprint should help the car launch harder, brake more confidently, and maintain greater grip during cornering. Braking and cooling are equally important because a track-focused car has to survive repeated hard acceleration, braking, and cornering. Shelby equips the current Super Snake-R with two-piece slotted brake rotors, a performance radiator, a catback active valve exhaust, and other supporting performance hardware. If the 2027 model arrives, improved thermal management would likely be one of the most important areas for Shelby to refine, particularly if power output increases. More horsepower is exciting, but consistent performance lap after lap is what separates a serious track machine from a powerful street car. Inside, the Super Snake-R follows the same performance-first philosophy. The current model receives Shelby-specific interior upgrades, serialized identification, Alcantara-style performance finishes, and a rear seat delete designed to reduce weight and increase the car's track-focused character. A future 2027 model could potentially add even more aggressive sport seats, additional lightweight materials, upgraded harness provisions, and a more driver-focused cockpit, while maintaining enough comfort for street use. And then there is the price. The current 2026 Shelby Super Snake-R starts at $224,995, including the base Mustang Dark Horse, while the official Shelby build system lists a 900-plus horsepower Whipple configuration as an available option. That means a potential 2027 version would almost certainly remain a very expensive, limited production performance machine rather than an everyday Mustang for the average buyer. At this level, customers are paying not only for horsepower, but also for Shelby engineering, limited availability, specialized components, chassis development, and collector appeal. From a review perspective, the Super Snake-R has a very strong argument in its favor. It does not rely on horsepower alone. Shelby has attempted to create a complete performance package, combining the supercharged V8 with a serious suspension, huge tires, upgraded brakes, aerodynamic components, lightweight materials, and chassis reinforcement. Motor Trend's first look similarly emphasized that the R takes the Dark Horse's handling capability to another level. That is exactly what makes the R different from simply installing a supercharger on a Mustang and calling it a day. However, the biggest criticism is likely to be value. At more than $224,000 before certain options, the Super Snake-R enters a price territory where buyers can consider extremely capable sports cars from established exotic and performance brands. Some enthusiasts will argue that the Shelby's price is difficult to justify when compared with other cars offering incredible performance for less money. Online enthusiast reactions have also highlighted the high price as one of the biggest controversies surrounding the car. On the other hand, Shelby buyers are not necessarily looking for the cheapest horsepower per dollar solution. They are buying an extremely rare Mustang with Shelby heritage, dramatic styling, limited production, and a serious track-focused specification. If the 2027 Shelby Super Snake-R becomes a real next-generation evolution, the recipe is already clear. Take the Mustang Dark Horse foundation, push the Coyote V8 harder, improve cooling, sharpen the suspension, widen the body, increase tire capability, reduce weight wherever possible, and make the car even more aggressive without losing its street-legal character. That could make the next Super Snake-R one of the wildest American performance cars of the decade. For the drive expert, our verdict is simple. The Shelby Super Snake-R represents what happens when the Mustang formula is taken to an extreme. It combines classic American V8 character with modern chassis engineering and track-focused aerodynamics. The current version already produces 850-plus horsepower and uses serious competition-inspired hardware, while a future 2027 evolution could push the concept even further. But remember, the 2027 specifications, pricing, and availability are not officially confirmed at this point, so treat future details as expectations rather than guaranteed Shelby specifications. If Shelby continues developing the R formula, this could be one Mustang that doesn't just look like a supercar. It could deliver the performance attitude to match. This is The Drive Expert, bringing you the latest information, reviews, and future car stories from the world of performance automobiles.